In just a handful of minutes, you can learn 3 things. 1, who in the world would want hand photos? 2, how to set yourself up for content success through forethought and planning. And 3, some self-shooting basics. So who in the world would want photos of hands or videos? In most cases, these are talent industry professionals such as talent agency representatives, casting directors, and their clients who are considering booking models or actors whose hands will be or may be visible in the photo or video scene. So basically, these folks, they want to see the product or the photos of the hands ahead of time, front and back, to pre-qualify the talent chosen so that they know what they're getting. What is this called? Part modeling is what we would call that in the talent industry. It sounds strange, I know. But that's the talent industry for you. It is very unique, especially as it compares to professional industries, because a person is literally being judged on the appearance of something, in this case, body parts. And you aren't told what type of hands the client wants or doesn't want, and it is industry acceptable. So, how to set yourself up for content success through forethought and planning. Admittedly, this is an unusual request to be asked for specific kinds of photos, but it does happen. More often, here's how it happens to the average professional or volunteer worker though. One of your online profiles encourages you to upload a main profile photo that uniquely identifies you, and you don't have a professional headshot. The company or organization didn't arrange or provide a headshot session for you. So you end up looking for a decent photo of yourself, usually from the past year or 2. Sometimes it's even amongst a group of people. Then you crop it in kind of tight and essentially create one. It becomes a DIY headshot, and it's obvious. Is that how you want to be known in your business or profession, as a DIY pro or volunteer? Eek. In addition to requests for photos of hands, actors have also expressed that they have professional headshots, one smiling and one serious, which is the industry standard. Then suddenly an agency or casting director asks for a full body shot too. The actor doesn't have the professional full body photo they need to submit, appearing unprepared. Is that how you want to be seen and remembered? As unprepared? Eek too. No matter your profession, there are times in your work or volunteer life when specific photos are needed that you don't have. I think we've all had that happen. So I've learned to set myself up for success, and you can too. Here's how. By 1, thinking ahead about all the photos you've been asked for and didn't have or could be asked for over the next year, and listing them out. That is the key part of this, to list out what you're going to need, because 3 months from now or 6 months from now or 9 months from now, when you actually do the shoot, you're not going to remember those things you needed from random weeks and months and what was it I needed again, unless it is just one headshot. But if you have a handful and now you're going to miss one because you didn't have the list, make the list. Okay. Number 2, this is also part of the how, by deciding whether to self-shoot or whether to hire a professional. Smartphones are good enough these days, you can self-shoot, but you do need to be tech savvy. Either way, whether you're self-shooting or hiring a professional, you're going to want to prepare for the best outcome with smart wardrobe choices, hair and makeup choices, and related personal grooming choices. This content success forethought plan applies no matter your profession. And so why am I not just giving you a list of photos that you'll need over the next year? Well, because the yearly photo and video content needs will differ from person to person, from profession to profession, and from year to year. But by starting a content needs shot list, that's what your list should be called, by the way, on a note in your phone, or written if you don't happen to lose things, you can at least be prepared the next time around. If you prefer not to worry about self-shooting and would like help planning a photo session, consider booking a professional photographer to assist you. In fact, I know a photographer or 2 who could assist you. Yet, if you feel fairly tech savvy, want to save some money on the outsourcing, and you have the time to experiment and decide to self-shoot, note the following next few basics. Since almost everyone has a smartphone and not everyone has a camera, we'll focus on how to do this with a smartphone. So basic steps include 1, lighting. Make sure it's sufficient. And it might change per day and based on what you have. But that's the point here. Make sure it's sufficient. 2, use a phone tripod. This is an example of one, a little Joby that I have. There are different kinds, but using something to stabilize your device is key. 3, set the self timer for 3, 5, or 10 seconds, at least on an iPhone. Android may be different. Number 4, position yourself as the model or photo subject because you are shooting and being in the photo. So you'll need to practice that a little bit as well. If you don't have a ring light or softbox lights, I have a ring light sitting here. That is okay. However, without them, you'll need to learn how to self-shoot using the best natural light, which is window light. This means that when you self-shoot matters. When should you self-shoot? Cloudy days are best because the light is less harsh. Why is that? Well, with the sun, it creates shadows actually, whereas the clouds are filtering or softening the light, creating a more even appearance. And if you do decide to shoot on a sunny day, you can use white sheer curtains like this instead. That's why I have them here because I've noticed that same problem on myself. Too harsh of light coming from the window when I've chosen to use window light. If you don't have a phone tripod like this, well, no problem. Do you have a shoe or a water bottle and rubber band? With a shoe that has a hole in it to put your foot, you can also prop your phone there or prop up your phone against a water bottle, rubber band it, set it on something. The point is stabilizing your device. You will need that to self-shoot because you don't want a person holding your phone or even a little tripod like this and then just shaking. That's the worst option. Trust me. To set your self timer on the iPhone at least, you can use Android. But on iPhone, you're gonna open the camera app, tap the arrow drop down menu, tap the timer icon, select 3, 5, or 10 seconds, tap to take a photo, then position yourself. Again, coming back, whether it's a seated or standing or whatnot position, maybe it's your hands. Practice this a few times to get it just right. At least now you know how to self-shoot semi-professionally, right? Main takeaways. The talent industry is a complex and multifaceted field that can take time to learn. Yet, Camera Ready is here to help you catch up and catch on quicker. Forethought and planning about your yearly content needs, photo and video, can be hugely helpful and worked into a session, whether pro or self-shoot. And lastly, anyone with a camera or smartphone can learn the self-shoot timer settings, but it does take time and practice. So what point was new and beneficial to you? To learn more about modeling and photography in the Midwest, subscribe to the newsletter or channel. Thanks so much for listening.